I don't want to know nothing. What do I want to know? Like, what's that song? I don't want to know if you're playing games. Like, come on, keep it on. Why am I gonna now start to think about things that you did before I even came into existence? And then using that past against you. It's so unfair.
It's very unfair.
So you will never hear me grilling a woman about her past. If she voluntarily tells me that, kudos to her, because she's very comfortable, secure, and confident that I'm willing to hear what she has to say. But if I go and start probing, there's a sense of insecurity that's making you want to actually drag that information out of me without me telling you.
Welcome to the Talk Exchange podcast. I'm your host, Nick, with my co-host, Mr. Frank, the MC.
In the building.
In the building. How you doing, man?
Hey, man. Brother, I'm back. I'm glad we're back. And it's time to actually start spreading that relationship type knowledge.
All right.
Based on our own experiences.
Yes.
And, of course, our learnings from over the years.
Yes, yes. You know, one thing before we start that, though, I do want to get into your Frank, the MC. I've seen you've been doing a lot of stuff. I've seen some stuff online.
Nice.
You've been doing a lot of events and stuff like that. How is that coming? You look like you're enjoying everything.
Well, you know what, man? Doing what you love is not considered a job. But
True.
Doing what you hate is considered a job, and also shackles that you probably might not even have the courage to actually break free from.
Wow.
So being an MC is what I love to do. It's progressive. You know, I'm trying. I'm getting up there. I can't really say I've made it yet.
Yeah.
Just like a lot of people, we have goals and dreams and targets and quotas. So I'm just working and just having fun at it too.
Yeah,
so
that's good. You look like you're having a lot of fun, man.
I try because
I
I love it.
Yes,
I'm passionate about it and I love it. And if it shows, then that means I'm doing something right.
That's amazing. And you are. I know these things usually don't happen overnight. Like,
no, not at all.
I mean, and I know you've been working on it, and I've seen the progression.
Thank you.
Over the last year has been immense.
Thank you.
I just wanted to touch on that because
No
you've been
problem.
doing so well. So I wanted to touch on that before we actually started.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, so we'll get into it now.
Sure.
You know, we try and do our best with relationships. We don't know everything.
Yeah,
but,
we don't know everything.
You know,
we can only speak based on our own experiences.
Yeah,
we can only speak based on our own experiences
Exactly.
and our own opinions. So please don't take anything, don't be offended by anything. Don't take things the wrong way. I know we're in a sensitive time at this time, so I just want to put that disclaimer out there that this is just based on our own experiences and our own opinions.
Yeah. And so we'll jump right in. So this first topic is about body count.
Wow, that's a heavy one.
It is, and everybody looks at it a certain way.
Yeah,
you know, some people don't look at it as that important, and people embellish their numbers all the time. Probably women more than men do.
Yeah,
but
allegedly.
But how important? Some women might not think it's that big of a deal because you've met them later in life or whatever the deal is, and so whatever that has happened or transpired before they that you guys got together shouldn't count that much, right? It has nothing to do with what right now. But so explain a little bit. Does body count for when a woman to disclose that to a potential mate?
My recommendation or my advice to women is not to really disclose too much about your past if you are going to be deemed as promiscuous based on your body count. Guys would always judge based on how much intercourse you've had with a lot of men, and sometimes even same-sex partners. So if you have like a lot of, if your body count is high, and you're going into a new relationship, I know it's good to be transparent and everything else, but it can actually come back and bite you in the butt. I always believe the past is the past. The past has nothing to do with your current relationship and your future. So don't bring your past into a current relationship that can actually affect your current relationship based on your previous history.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things being in a relationship is being comfortable. You got to be comfortable with each other.
Yes.
But part of the thing about being comfortable is that you disclose a little bit more because the trust is there. Now, some men have, if they actually have some real liking to the person, they tend to want to dive a little bit deeper in their past to know if that they'll be suitable for that person in the future.
For sure.
Now, when you say for a woman not to disclose that many things, but the guy is asking specific questions. They've been dating for a while, and he wants her as a wife, so he's asking specific questions. Because as a guy, you want to know
For sure.
what you're getting into, right?
But at the same time, what you don't know won't affect you.
It might though.
Sometimes it might not. You know, it all
So
depends.
if a girl is promiscuous, there's certain things that you will ask and find out to know, correct?
Correct.
Right.
But then sometimes there's some things that you just be left to the imagination, and the man can actually just mold his imagination based on what he's seeing in front of him now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So put it like, listen, we all get it, man. It's good to be transparent, speak the truth. But you know, let's just say, for example, a woman had intercourse with maybe over 30 guys in her lifetime and then met the right guy for her. And all of a sudden now she tells the guy that, hey, listen, man, I've been in a lot of relationships. I've had relationships like, you know, my body count's about like 30 plus. You know, now she's told the guy something. Now the guy can't take that off his mind.
Yeah.
Now they go to a grocery store. Then she sees an old friend. They hug. Now he's impacted by it because he's wondering if that's somebody that she used to smash. Then they go to a club. She hugs 7 guys. 7 guys walk by, which is true. We see that all the time.
Yeah.
Because
Now you're wondering.
Yeah, you're wondering. Now your mind's wandering to the point where you're judging now. Now you start to look under a microscope on how she's interacting with these guys, how she's hugging these guys. And, you know, look at the body language of the hugs that they're getting because you can
Yeah.
actually see that.
Yeah, you can see that half the
So,
time. Yeah, you
exactly.
can,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't say really like women are good editors. You know, some women, not all of them, but some women are good editors. So there's a reason why they do that because sometimes they know that when you actually go ahead and give them the full truth, it may alter the way they actually feel, and that can be problematic to their current relationship. So when you see a woman, when you ask them, oh, how many times have you actually, had intercourse, for example, and she's like, yeah, I think 3. No, I think it's 4, but that one doesn't count because you know he did it too quick.
Yeah.
She's just editing so that you feel comfortable and you feel confident that you have the right one
Yeah.
in front of her. But if he's like, you know what? Oh, man, 25, man. I think it was probably 30. But I think we're looking at 25, 30. Yeah, that's some other people I had in the past. But that's the past, babe. He's not going to sleep well.
Yeah.
No matter
It
what he
will be-
says.
Yeah, it will be a problem.
It will be a problem, right?
For,
So-
for most men, it's a problem.
For most men,
Yeah,
it's a problem.
yeah.
And some men, kudos to them, do not care. That's very, very high confidence level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not saying for women to lie or anything like that, but the editing that does have to go. If that's someone that you're looking for long term, a woman that's looking at a guy for long term,
Yeah.
you definitely don't want to involve like some of the things that they may have been through.
Exactly.
I.e., not only are you saying, some people will say, and it depends on the questions they get too, right? But some people will say, the stuff they've tried sexually,
Exactly.
right? And if you mention too much and the guy hasn't even tried that, they might be thinking like, whoa, like this
Exactly.
this is way too much. This girl's on another level, not for me,
Exactly.
and move on. So
Especially
yeah.
if the girl is not doing it with you.
that's
So
the
you're
worst.
telling me all of these amazing things that you did in your past, but now because you're in your 40s now, you just can't do it that way anymore.
Yeah.
So now, but you're giving me the memories of things that I might want that I have not even experienced with you, my soon-to-be wife, but you've had a hell of a time. It's going to affect them.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be on their mind like
All the time.
non-stop. But one of the things is for women is to keep low key, stay low key, because depending on the city you live in and stuff
Yeah.
like that, depending if you're on the scene or not on the scene or whatever, the world could be a small place very quickly.
Very small.
very
small.
very quickly, especially if you're in a smaller city, in a
Yeah.
smaller town, or whatever the deal is. It could be very small. So it's important for women to really keep a low key.
For sure.
And you have a point where you had said most women are good editors, but you said a point where maybe not indulge, not say what you think the person wants to hear or the guy wants to hear, but just minimize the information.
Just minimize the information.
Yeah.
So you're omitting certain things. Doesn't mean you're lying. It's
Right.
like it's like you telling me to read a book right now. I can read a book, but I can actually skip a couple of sentences that I do not want to even read, if it's grotesque or if it's really, really vulgar, or if it's something that I think that I do not want to talk about, but I can still keep telling you about the book.
Yeah.
I can actually watch a movie and actually tell my daughter or any other young person that's there to cover their eyes.
Yeah.
The movie's still going on, but just those specific details of visuals and audio, you can actually prevent people from hearing and seeing and
drawing
continue
their
with the
own
good stuff. Yeah,
conclusion.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's some guys that are very insecure. Some guys can be very insecure, maybe based on previous relationships, maybe they've been cheated on or whatever else. So now they're asking this woman, hey man, how many guys have you been with? And then the girl tells him, oh yeah, I've been with, a few. What's a few? Then she opens up, yeah, about probably like 10, 12. Oh, okay, what kind of things did you do? Now all of a sudden, now it opens up a can of worms to start asking more and more.
Yeah.
So now she's like, yeah, have you done a threesome before? Yeah, I did a threesome when I was younger. Have you done a? All of a sudden now you're telling them more information now that's gonna start to have them judge you.
Yeah, and then it becomes where most women want that high value man. You want that high value man. You better omit some information.
You better omit some information
because a high value man is going to want a high value woman beside him, and not someone who, like you said, if you go out, you go to the mall, hi to a guy, go to a club, hi to this guy, that guy. Like
we've all seen that.
Yeah, we've all seen that. Not that it's wrong. It's
nothing
just
wrong with that, because friends are friends, relationships are relationships,
Right.
history's history.
Right.
But when you've actually given so much information and go into details, now when this person sees somebody that you're interacting with, his brain is running based on the information you've given him.
Yeah.
And if it happens often, believe me, it's going to affect his confidence, his self-esteem, and his insecurities.
Yeah.
His insecurities would definitely increase a lot, overwhelmingly.
You're absolutely right, man. Absolutely right. Hey, we're going to jump into another topic. I like how you said that.
But before you jump into another topic, we're not saying you should lie to men or men lie to women, because it goes both ways as well.
Yeah.
Men could also be asked about his body count. But unfortunately, we are not judged the same way we judge women. It's just how it goes, unfortunately. It's just how it is. Nobody wants to really, nobody's proud to know that their wife had a relationship with over 30 people, because that means everybody has had some sort of history and piece of something that he's now going to be parking in his car garage. So to say, if you want to, use an analogy, you have a vehicle that you finally bought, put it in your driveway, and everybody else is driving by. They're like, oh, that's a nice vehicle. I remember when I had that vehicle. It's just part of life, but don't let your husband or somebody else know so much details, because while you're trying to tell the truth, which is great, it can also heighten insecurities in that person, and also make them feel very jealous.
Yeah.
So you don't have to lie, but you can even stop by saying, hey, you know what? I've had a few, but it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you now, and that's all that counts.
That was kind of harsh.
That's harsh, but guess what?
That almost sounds like they had something to hide.
Not really. Well, yes, it might, but guess what? I would rather my girl goes, you know what? I've had a few, my fun days, but right now, that was just in my past. I'm talking about my future, as opposed to me probing to the point where I found out that you were doing foursomes, threesomes. You had one guy in the morning, then you cheated on your next man then all of a sudden now I'm starting to judge you. You see what I'm saying? So it's a hard pill to swallow, but I would always say, hey, try to keep it as brief as possible, because not everybody can handle it. Some guys don't care.
Yeah, some guys can handle it. Like the old saying goes, the truth hurts. Right.
Exactly.
But at least there's no shades of gray.
Exactly.
So some guys can handle it.
Some guys can.
Where, they're told the truth, and they appreciate that, because they at least know anything that comes back or whatever, they already know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or anything that they see, they already know, because it was already explained to them. Right.
Yeah.
So some guys are able to handle it. Other guys, no.
A large percentage, especially nowadays.
And even the one that can handle it, depending on the one little piece of information that they hear, might change everything.
Exactly. Back in the days, I was a wild one back in the days. Yeah, I had a couple of one-night stands, and but it was nothing crazy. What? The day me and you argue, and I know you're going out there, I'm going to be thinking, you know what? She's going to go do something. Why? Because she's just able to do it without even thinking about
Yeah,
it.
without no
Yeah, so
there's nothing
yeah,
involved.
exactly.
There has to be no commitment involved, no
Exactly.
nothing.
If you can just go and have one night stands, whatever. So what makes me special, especially when things are not going right in our relationship?
Right.
You could just give it up
exactly.
like that.
That's the
So
first thing you're gonna think.
that's the first thing. So that's what my point when I say don't go out there giving out too much information.
Yeah.
Too much information could actually affect your relationship.
Yeah.
Keep it brief. Keep it to the point.
That's what they say,
Even when
TMI.
yeah, I have a couple of girls. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Too much information. I have a couple of girlfriends of mine that actually would not even entertain a guy asking them so much questions about their relationship and how deep their past relationship was. But guess what? Those guys are just left to think about whatever they can come up with in their mind. But you go and tell me that, hey, my wife right now used to be a threesome specialist and she used to be like a one night stand specialist. No. All of a sudden you just opened a whole bunch of insecurities that can even break up your relationship.
Yeah. Sometimes I know we're still on this.
Yeah,
topic,
we're gonna skip it in a minute.
But sometimes too that information that a guy has is it could be where you said they like you tell the truth is the best, or no shades of gray or whatever. But sometimes that could be like if you don't say anything or don't leave some things to and like you be abrupt and say, okay, yeah, no, that's my past and da 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 da. Sometimes that guy, and you could tell me if it's insecurities or not, will just formulate the non-omitting of that information to formulate, okay, there's something in there that she's hiding, right?
Yep.
You know what I mean? And be like, okay, probably won't argue about it, probably won't say anything about it really, and just keep it moving because she's not saying anything, but you've already formulated that, there's something that she's hiding. She's not very forthcoming with the information. I can't trust that.
Then this is where a woman that's a mature woman that knows how to communicate will make it clear. Listen, I've been in relationships where I actually divulged a lot of information that came back to bite me in the butt for no reason. So in order for me not to, ruffle any feathers in our relationship or even cause any tension, I choose not to get into so much details because I'm not asking you about your body count. Why are you so determined to know what my body count is? Don't you love me? Don't you see how we get along? So what's the problem? When she says that to him like that and he's still going on and he wants to, still probe and get angry, then, by all means, she should be ready to tell him some information, tell him everything. And then when he starts to get insecurities and start to catch a fit and can't sleep at night, you just simply tell him, I told you so.
Yeah.
Now what?
That relationship's done, man.
Relationship's done, but it doesn't matter. He done himself.
Yeah.
Because the woman told him, hey, I choose not to go into too much details because not every man can handle it. Now, I wanted to keep it brief. I wasn't lying to you. I just don't want to get into details. It's like, say, yo, Nick, listen, I'm going to tell you this story about this guy I saw that he was beating up this guy. Yo, listen, long story short, he got knocked out. I just told you a long story short. I don't have to give you the exact step-by-step what led to the knockout. All I'm telling you is, bottom line is he got knocked out.
Yeah.
So if a girl goes, yeah, man, I've had a few relationships in my past, you know what I mean? Like some were bad, some were good, but I've grown, I've matured. That's keeping a long story short. I don't need to go back and step by step and tell you exactly how this relationship ended, why he was a 2-minute man, why I couldn't really handle his schlong, why his schlong was not impressive to me, or why I did a threesome. Because guys start to ask. Because once you start to open up the can of worms, they start to ask more information. And this goes both ways, not just for women. Men also get asked these questions all the time. The only difference
some women
is
can't handle it.
Exactly, but the difference is it's viewed differently when a woman is revealing her body count as opposed to a man revealing his body count. It's just the way it is.
At the end of the day, I guess there's no real right or wrong.
There's no real right or wrong.
There's some things you can abide by, like the omitting of information and stuff like that, to get yourself in a good relationship or prevent some things to come up in the future.
For sure.
Right,
Or
with that relationship.
as simple as this, if you know that you're actually, you're family oriented and you're going to meet a man of your dreams and you know how guys think, try your best not to be as promiscuous as possible. It just eliminates everything.
That sounded like a drop mic.
I'm just saying.
Well, don't be as promiscuous.
Because it can come back and bite you.
Yeah.
That's it. You're doing crazy things on the riff, and some people don't even know why they're doing these things.
Yeah.
Maybe they have like an emotional, they're emotionally starved and they need that. And some people just want to explore. Some people are not really happy. People do things based on what is bothering them.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't even know why. You know, why do I like so much guys, or why do I like so much girls, or why do I have to go and sleep with 6 women, and why do I have to go and sleep with 7 men? But if you know if you know it's gonna bite you in the butt, and if you know it's not really considered as a positive characteristic for the next serious relationship you're gonna be in, try your best not to give it up so much.
Yeah.
That way, it will not be a topic of conversation that can ruin your marriage or your long-term relationship.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I know we're going on this.
It doesn't matter.
But,
We're talking.
But you know what? It's funny because a lot of people have gone by the term, are you married? Are you engaged? Oh, then you're single. Now, for the people that think that way, right, they might not see anything wrong with talking to another man, talking to another lady, whatever, talking to multiple, because they don't have that actual commitment of engagement or marriage. What do you think about that?
To be honest with you, I think marriage is a very, very strong thing. Obviously, marriage has been around before we were born, before our parents were born, and so forth. It's the commitment that's on a higher level, you know, promises that are made till death do your part. Obviously, you do know things can happen in life that could change that. But I believe that if you actually sit down as a couple and both make a commitment to say, hey, listen, we're going to be in a serious relationship. You're now my girlfriend. I am now your boyfriend. Let's make this happen and work. There should be no reason why you would consider yourself single, because you have committed to somebody.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have, if you're not engaged, or if you're not common law, if you're not married, and the people that you're actually dating understand that you're just having a good time, which is where promiscuity can affect you in the future because you're having a lot of good times.
Yeah.
Then if she meets somebody, or if he meets somebody, it's not as detrimental, or it's not as negative as somebody that promised and give you the assurance that they are yours. Because this is where distrust, heartbreak, and dishonesty comes into play.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a good point. So basically, communication.
Communication
It has to be communicated clearly.
Definitely.
Of what is the situation.
Exactly.
And you hear a lot of women in situations, they say that. They'll sit back after a certain amount of time. They're with someone for 6 months, with someone for a year. They've been going out here and there, having sex, this, that, whatever, and there wasn't anything actually communicated. And then they bring up the question, like, what are we? Right?
Exactly.
To be clear.
Yeah, to be clear.
You understand?
Yeah.
So like that's a good point. Like where, you know, the girl is going to ask that question to be clear and know where they're at.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
whatever. So because I believe that too as well. Even if you're not married or you're not engaged, there still is some commitment once you guys are like
100%.
You know what I mean? But it has to be communicated.
Yes, exactly.
You know? So
communication is key.
Yeah.
And not only that, like, it makes it official. Yes, you may not be married, but you're pretty much doing exactly what married couples do.
Right.
Only difference is you have not walked down the aisle.
Yeah.
And you've
Stay
not
with
actually
each other a lot.
you've not read your vows.
Yeah.
But that's your person. But if you don't communicate that, or if you tell the person, no, I'm just trying to like figure myself out, I'm just taking one step at a time. Even if you do that, if you meet somebody else and you know that this person wants to be with you, and you know that now you're going to be in another situation, just be honest.
Yeah. Is age, does it make a difference with age? Because say you're a little bit older and you meet someone, say you're like 40.
Yeah.
And you meet someone that's single, up into the age of 40 or 45, don't you automatically think they've had a past, and that past could be very intense?
And that's the reason why I say sometimes you have to just keep things short and brief.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has a past.
Mm-hmm.
If you meet somebody in their 40s and 50s, even 50s,
Mm-hmm.
they've had a hell of a past.
For some of them, you don't want to know.
I don't want to know nothing. What do I want to know? Like, what's that song? I don't want to know if you're playing games. Like, come on, keep it on.
Yeah.
Why am I going to now start to think about things that you did before I even came into existence?
Yeah.
And then using that past against you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so unfair.
It's very unfair.
So you will
Yeah.
never hear me grilling a woman about her past. If she
Yeah.
voluntarily tells me that, kudos to her, because she's very comfortable, secure, and confident that I'm willing to hear what she has to say.
Right.
But if I go and start probing, there's a sense of insecurity that's making you want to actually drag that information out of me without me telling you. I've had girls that would tell me stuff without me asking,
Right.
because there's a sense of security and confidence they see. But if they sense that a guy's insecure or jealous, low self-esteem, you better put that stuff under the safe.
Yeah. Not in the safe, under the safe.
Under the safe.
Wow.
Brother,
Okay.
man, what I'm saying to you is when you see somebody that's in their 40s and 50s, don't judge them on their past. They were doing things before. They were doing things from probably like 16 up until 40 something. Can't judge them on that.
Yeah.
However, sometimes there are certain things that people do that could reflect how they are now. It all depends on what information somebody gives you
Yeah.
for you to process and come to a conclusion.
Yeah. And so as you get older, can you let some stuff go?
You
That you
have to
hear?
if you love the person.
Yeah.
My thing is this. If I wake up with you or if I'm with you and I feel confident and I don't think there's anything going on shady between us and our relationships, why should your past now be something that's now going to cause friction in my current relationship with you? Why?
Yeah.
If you've done something that's a little bit weird, like if I start to now, you haven't told me nothing, but every guy is your man's. Every guy is your homie.
Yeah.
And the way your
So
homies
weird.
hug you,
Yeah.
after the 5th hug, the 7th hug, then I see we're going somewhere. We're even going shopping at the Gap, Republic, name it. And you see somebody and they give you that hug and that long talk.
Yeah.
After the 7th one, I'm gonna ask, hey man, these people, I've been seeing you like hugging a lot. You know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my homies. That's when I'm gonna
Yeah,
start to say, hey,
I
you know what?
know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start to now watch you a little bit more because the pattern is reoccurring.
Yeah.
So what type of connections do you have with these guys for us to be still meeting them and you're hugging them as if you guys just went for drinks yesterday?
Yeah.
So sometimes insecurity is not because the guy's just insecure. It could take one thing to happen repeatedly that can cause a rise in your underlying insecurities and your underlying jealousy.
Yes, you're right. And for some reason, for some incidences, like it's not really, like you said, an insecurity. As a guy or as a woman,
As a woman, both ways.
if a woman is looking at her man and sees him see a female friend, they're out, and by the way, she could sense something. Women have even a better sense than men do, so she can tell something just by how he hugged her, or how that chemistry is
Not
going.
all the time, but most of the time.
Yeah, can tell, right? And just like a guy can see that hug is a little bit more than a friendly hug.
Guys can see that.
Yeah.
Guys
You think
can
better
see
than
that.
women?
Better than women because of the way it is actually delivered. You can see when a woman has a no strings attached friend. You can see the difference between the way she hugs that person compared to somebody that she's been intimate with in the past. And sometimes they don't even know. But if you're from the outside looking in, you could tell.
Yeah.
A nice little hug that stays more than like 6-7 seconds. The way the arm is actually sliding down her back.
Yeah.
Like you could tell certain things,
if,
right?
you can. So what if on that hug? We'll stay on the hug thing for a bit.
All right.
What if that hug is like the hand is, you know how it's like right, just pretty much touching the ass, or just right there, like, you know, the small of the back. I know I can always tell for the most part.
You're a specialist.
I won't say that, but I've had experience. And, you know, you could tell, like, what is a friendly hug, you know, or what's something a little bit more. And guys tend to almost mark their territory. Like, there's not, like, you know what I mean? Like, even if they see a girl that they mess with or whatever the deal is with her man, they still have a certain thing about them, how they hug and how they present themselves.
Sure.
That you kind of notice, okay, something's off here. It's not just a friend. Is that something that you think all men can see, or not, and or if they don't see it, does that make them a simp?
No, because a simp is somebody that tries extra hard to get a girl that does not want him, vice versa. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to a man that cannot really see the difference, is because he's just not experienced enough, or he has a clear mind with nothing negative plaguing his psyche. Give you a perfect example. If a man's been cheated on by a couple of girls that swore that the guys that they were with were just friends, and he got really hurt. Now he's in a new relationship. All of a sudden, a deja vu comes in where a man is hugging this girl. It could be an innocent hug, but because of what he's been through, he is now viewing her from a different lens, which is judgmental and also unfair. If I told you, Nick, man, somebody just stole my $20 that's on that couch, and I know it's just you and I in the room, maybe something happened and it just found itself under the couch. But because I'm already suspecting you as the thief, everything that you do is now suspicious to me. Because I'm judging you because I think in my heart that you actually stole it. So it doesn't matter. So even if you look at me, you go like this, I'm thinking that you're trying to hide it because I'm now prejudging you based on my own assumptions. Same thing with a relationship. And women too. If a woman's been hurt by a guy so much, all of a sudden now this guy gets a call from his girlfriend, innocent, because she's already been burnt before, she's already been hurt before, she don't trust men. She's also now gonna, who is that? Are you sure that you're not effing her? You're not doing anything with her? It's because she's already prejudging. Same thing with a man. If a man already doesn't trust women and thinks all women are like very, very deceitful, and every guy that is her friend is not her friend, even the smallest of hugs, even a high five, will make him think that she's doing something because he already is under the assumption. And when you make an ass out of you and me, you have actually proven yourself to be a clown.
Now, I think a real woman, I'll use that term, a real woman, knows how to handle herself in certain situations, i.e. being out with your significant other and seeing someone and not allowing him, like that guy has to, because I have female friends that I know don't cross that boundary with her. If I see her with a man, I'm respectful. I'm like, hey, how you doing? The friendly hug and whatnot.
Same here.
And then if it's someone else that I know is like, it's a whatever, it's like, it's more nonchalant or whatever the deal is. So I think a real woman should know how to present herself or act herself accordingly with her significant other out in public. Like I've been through some examples, I'll say, is being out with someone and they see someone they know, it's a long hug, the hands down by the thing. You're sitting there, there's no introduction, that's my boyfriend.
Oh, that's
or
disrespectful.
like that. And they're talking for like 5 minutes, you're sitting there waiting like a whatever. But hear this. Then after, okay, I'll see you later, or we'll talk later, have a good time or whatever. They'll turn around and a slight little tap on the butt.
No, that's stupidity.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, because I have seen that situation before. So like we said, we've all been through certain different experiences. I've seen that situation before, and then the girl's like, oh, he's just a longtime friend. He's just joking around.
I'm just a long time gone.
Yeah.
I don't even argue.
Long time, yeah.
I don't even argue. I just know what it is, and I just do my thing.
I won't even ask. I won't even address it.
Yeah.
Maybe I might say one thing, but I won't even. If I see that whole thing play out, we're not having any other conversation.
She,
see you later.
Does an extra hug, a tap in the butt like basketball players and football players, and then you say just a friend, no introduction. Not a problem. I get it, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Understood.
I'm glad you saw your friend.
Yeah.
She'll just notice a change, and then when she really probes to find out why we're not really getting along well, I'm gonna say, listen, because unfortunately, I don't really get down like that. I think it was actually disrespectful, and I think that you're just the person that is not for me.
Yeah.
Because I know when you said a real woman, I know what you mean by that. I would actually flip that by saying, I wouldn't say real woman, because real is real, or whatever you want to define it as. I would actually say a mature, considerate woman. A mature, considerate woman.
Respectful?
Respectful woman would not let that happen. There's a time and place for everything. We can't see the activities of our significant others or partners everywhere they go. But when I'm in your presence, you got to make sure that you do things that are considered respectful. Introduce me. If you don't want to introduce me, keep the conversation short. Hug, keep the hug at a nice, considerable hug that I would consider as a friendly hug. Not a hug where I'm like, yo, why is this guy's arm sliding like that? Like, why would I be asking? Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are like, oh, you're just insecure. No, there's a difference. It's like and it goes both ways, not just women doing it and a guy is just also the same thing. When a guy sees a girl that he's with and his girl is there, do the same. It goes both ways.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Now, do you think with that, like, I'm just
Yeah, no problem.
I'm just kind of surfing through here, but do you think in that situation you have that significant other, she respects you, this, that, whatever, but she has a male best friend? Can you see yourself being with a woman that has a male best friend? But hold on. A male best friend that would be considered as good looking to most women. He tall, he good looking, he funny, he this, that, great skin, whatever. That's her best friend.
Okay.
Can you be in a relationship with a woman that has someone like that as a best friend?
You already know this. We talk about this all the time. You know, in my relationships, even leading up to now.
You're okay with it personally?
Yes, I'm okay with it. But there is a limitation to how okay I am with it. Being tall, listen, my thing is this. If you've had a relationship with somebody before me, who am I to come and tell you to stop the relationship? A lot of people do that. I've had girlfriends that actually say, you know what, I can't really, talk with you that often, or can't see because my man doesn't want me to do that. I think that's just stupid. If you have a guy friend that's been in your life for X amount of years, maybe even had some history, what does that have to do with me? If your mood and our interactions and our relationship is not impacted by your best friend, then so be it. However, if it's a best friend that I hear every hour of the day, you tell him everything, even I was just talking to my homeboy John. Yeah, even my homeboy said that. Or even my homeboy said this, no problem. And all of a sudden now, you're going out with your homies. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going to go. Like, if he's in your life like that, then I will definitely be the one to actually just escort you so you guys can be together.
Hey,
I'm not. See, that's what I'm saying. There's a limit.
Yeah.
I've had girlfriends that have like.
There's levels to everything.
There's levels, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
there has to be levels. If you're consumed by your bestie, marry your bestie.
Yeah.
Why are you with me so I can hear about him?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm cracking up here, man.
You're cracking up because I've been on the other side as well.
Yep.
I'm that guy. So I'm that guy. Like, I'm the best friend for a lot of female friends, right? But at the same time,
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay. But a lot of times I tell them, like, hey, listen, man. Sometimes don't introduce me to your boyfriends.
Right.
Sometimes you don't have to keep broadcasting that you have a best friend.
Yeah.
Just be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Well, very few and far between, and some women probably won't even agree with that stuff. But I know specifically that it is possible for a woman to not have a male best friend or not have a bunch of male friends. Me personally, I cannot handle.
Yeah, you can't handle it at all.
I cannot. Like, if I meet someone and she's great, this, that, whatever, and she has a bunch of male friends, that's my boy. Like, that's fine. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Let them have friends, Nick.
Hey,
let them have friends.
They could have friends without me. That's or you could add me to the friends list too. Then.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
We ain't gonna be.
Oh man,
we ain't gonna be like
crazy.
Nothing serious. I'll tell you that. Like,
wow.
That's just how it rolls. I just, again, it's experiences, right?
Yeah.
Life experiences.
So your past experiences is the reason why you feel that way?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because I have been through situations where I've asked a simple question of, you see someone say hi to someone and, oh, do you know that guy or whatever? Oh my God. And it's like this whole big thing, like, oh my God, you think I everybody, and to the point where I'm like, oh my God, sorry I asked that question. My bad. I must be insecure. Right?
I must be insecure.
And then I'm trying to change it only to find out later on that, yes, those two are having a relationship.
Damn.
Right.
Sorry to hear that,
And
brother.
so I have seen that and been through it physically. So when I talk to someone and I'm saying, and they tell me about, yeah, they have their homeboy, John, Frank, Kevin, all them people. All right, cool. No
I said
problem.
Frank.
Frank the MC, not Frank the MC, but just a regular Frank.
All right. Thank you.
But in any case, like, and they probably might think I'm, what's wrong with him?
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe even say some negative stuff to their friends about me or whatever because I'm just not about it.
Yeah.
Man, I told this, everything was going great. I told this guy about my male friends, and ever since I told him about that, it's like he doesn't want to talk anymore or whatever the deal is. Because I don't really want to argue with that because not that they're doing something, but because that's a familiar situation. I just don't want to even like decipher
I hear you.
if it is or not. Like,
Well, I hear you, and obviously prevention is better than cure because you're preventing yourself from going further in. They could probably ruin a lot of things, but at the same time, it can also be unfair. Because
it's very unfair.
Because, but you just don't care.
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah.
For me, like I said, I go by actions. If a female's actions have changed towards me, then there is a problem. If I know about the person, he's not he's not being discussed every hour, and every now and then they go out, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But like I said,
Not
you,
me.
you and not you. But based on your experiences,
Yeah.
right? Based on your experiences, I don't care. It's just like me. Like if I have girlfriends that I have history with, no woman that I'm dating right now is gonna tell me to eliminate my girlfriends. So I'm not selfish. I'm expected to do the same thing with my significant other. I'm not gonna tell you to cut off your guy friends. However, you know that if you're in a serious relationship, I don't even have to mention those things to you. Those things will naturally happen. You may not hang out with your bestie as much as you used to, but at least he will know that you're into something serious because it just happens.
Yeah.
It flows. Everything flows. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, sometimes you don't even have to say, "Oh, is it official?" It just happens.
It just happens, yeah.
So
It's natural.
if I'm dating a girl that has a guy bestie, whatever, in the very beginning, as time goes on, the bestie, let's say bestiness, the bestiness actually starts to actually diminish. Not to the point where she cuts off her guy friends, but there's certain things that they can't really hang out every Saturday anymore. So it happens without me even saying anything. But if that's still if that's still like relevant and it's still going on, where it's like I gotta find out if I can make an appointment with you because you may not be available because you're seeing your bestie when I want you to, then we're not in a relationship.
Yeah.
This is why I'm gonna definitely chauffeur you to him. I'm not gonna battle, you know what I mean? And another thing too, let's be honest, communication. This is where you can have a communication and talk to your significant other, whether it's your girlfriend or whether it's the boyfriend. Say, hey, listen, man, sorry to ask you this, but I've been burnt in the past. I just had some bad experiences. I don't know about this bestie stuff. So, be real with me. Is this somebody that you've really, is this somebody that you have a history with, or is it somebody that, you just have this strong relationship where it's almost as if he's in our life? And just hear what they have to say. They see you don't care because of your experiences, you storm out. No problem. You're preventing all of that.
No,
But
don't storm out, but
you gradually walk. You gradually walk out. I know. You just move. But me, I'll have a conversation. If something bothers me, I like to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't talk, you will not know. Like if your significant other has an issue, but she's not telling you what the issue is, how are you gonna know what she has an issue with? And how can you guys even come to a terms of even resolving that issue? So I would talk. And if I've talked and I've expressed myself, and maybe it comes with you gaslighting me and you start saying a whole bunch of other stuff and you become defensive, then I know what time it is.
Yeah.
But if you understand and you're respectful, because some people, they need to be told what they like and what they don't like and what boundaries should be set. And if it goes both ways and there's an agreement, then that relationship is amazing.
Yeah. I'll go back to as you're saying, running out.
Yeah.
And I don't care to decipher
Yeah.
whether it's good or not. Everybody just treats things differently. And it's no right or wrong or anything like
Yes.
that. There's no blight against them. But just like some women,
Yeah.
they catch you in, it could be the smallest lie. They catch you in one lie. That's it. One strike, you're done.
Because a woman never forgets.
Right. And so some people are more forgiving. A guy could just catch his significant in one lie and doop, that's it. Because they, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
not something that they want to prolong, with whatever. If you could lie about that, if you're not,
I
we
get
all
it.
tell like little lies. So
We all tell
there
little
are
lies, yeah.
there are levels to it, but what's something small, like someone would like not tell the truth on something small. Even though it's something small, it's still considerate
It's
because
still,
like
yes, exactly.
because like if you have to lie about like that's like that means something huge, you're definitely not gonna come forth with that, right?
100%.
So it's not that I would be like just impatient or non-forgiving or anything like that. I just don't have time, and I think that happens when you're a little bit older. I just don't have time to
For sure.
or not just me, but people don't have
Yeah,
time
people.
to, especially as they get older, especially with a woman that wants to have a good relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're looking for that white picket fence and situation and settle down and whatnot. They don't have time to be, dealing with all these like
Yeah.
little kid stuff or
For
whatever.
sure,
it
definitely.
is, so
The maturity level kicks in
the
too.
maturity level, right?
No time for that game. But there's a lot of people that have time because they don't feel they can get somebody better.
Yeah.
So they want to stay and try to make it work. But meanwhile, you're causing a lot of toxicity in your relationship.
Right. Exactly. But bottom line, don't mention the body count too tough. Be a little, not as expressive, or
Yeah.
not that you're lying, but not as expressive in terms of the information that you're indulging
Exactly.
to your partner. No friends of the opposite sex.
No, yo, bro. Listen, to each his own.
Yeah.
It works. There are people that confidence is a very, very great characteristic to have because you can be so confident that even if your wife has multiple guy friends, it doesn't bother you. No, we're not talking about you, Nick.
All right.
We're talking about somebody else.
Yeah,
That, you know what I
all right.
mean? So, and when a woman sees a man with confidence and security, it makes her feel empowered too. I always say, you know what? If you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. Why are you still trying to be in the kitchen and you're sweating and you can't stand it? You're just killing yourself. So that's what you did. You don't have no time for that. You're out the kitchen.
Yeah.
Some
but
people-
I was that confident guy.
Oh man, wow.
I was that confident. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go to the movies with him. Go
Yeah,
to dinner.
don't. I'm gonna expose you. If you tell me the movie one, I'm gonna say things that the audience don't want to hear right now. That was crazy.
Yeah,
But
but-
anyways, you were the confident one, but you were also at that stage naive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of naivety, if that's
Right.
a word.
Okay.
To why you were allowing your girl to go to movies with their besties.
Hey, I was confident, man.
Man, you were also naive.
Naive, yeah. Okay.
Listen,
There
all
was
I
a
know
mix
is
of the
this.
two.
There's a level of respect, man. There's
Yeah.
certain things that, let's speak of boundaries right now for a couple of minutes. There are a couple of things that you should set in place for your significant other, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, that will never tarnish your relationship. There's certain things, don't do Netflix and chill with your bestie. Vice versa. Your girl be like, yo, don't do Netflix and chill with your bestie. That's fine. If you guys can come to that conclusion, then boom, you're gonna have no issues. Don't don't get massages, from your male bestie.
Yeah. It's
Well,
not okay.
Well, boundaries for me, it's not okay.
Yeah.
Because why? You know what I mean? This bottom line. Because why?
So you wouldn't give a massage to your bestie that you know is in a relationship?
Yes, I would not.
Okay. All right.
I would not because you know what? It's inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's inappropriate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Your
they-
massages are killer too.
Pause. Because I never gave you a massage.
You never gave
but
me
you've
a
heard
massage,
about it.
but I've
All right.
heard.
Let's make it clear,
I've
man.
heard. I've
Yeah,
heard.
no, wicked. No.
Yeah.
I give a good massage, man. I mean, you almost owned the massage clinic.
Almost.
Exactly.
Almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your partner, whoever you're gonna be with, is not gonna want you to massage your girlfriends.
100% not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And vice versa, right? And the same thing with guys. Like, I'm not gonna have my girl getting a full rub down by another guy, and then you're gonna come home to do what?
Yeah. What about the foot rub?
You know what? At the end of the day, it all depends on
Yeah.
boundaries.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, people love to be rubbed.
Yeah.
But if I'm with you, you should not be going to your guy friends still when I could do it for you.
Yeah.
And if you don't want me to do it for you, but your bestie gives the best foot rubs, then please be with your bestie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to the movies. We're gonna get a rub down, or you tell him everything. You console with him. Like anything happens, you go and you lean on his shoulder. You always go to him when you're vulnerable. I'm not interested. That's the worst. You ever seen Casino? Joe Pesci in Casino?
Yeah.
Okay.
That scene, that happens more times than you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we should have some boundaries. You know, you can still hang with your guy friend. You can still, but do innocent things.
Yeah.
Don't do things that could actually lead to a situation that can impact our relationship.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now you're hiding certain things, but he's your bestie. Nothing is worse than when you look like a clown in a room where everybody knows what's going on between her and him, but you don't know.
Yeah. Oh my.
It's the worst.
That's the worst.
Don't put me in that situation.
I've been that guy.
Well,
I've been. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been
in any case.
Yeah. You've been a lot.
I knew.
You've been a lot of guys.
I knew we were gonna go like really have. I really wanted to get it on a couple other topics, but no problem. We really touched everything.
All right.
It's the first time back.
Exactly.
So
it's the first
I'm
time back.
excited. It's amazing. Frank DMC, everybody.
Yes.
He's been doing really big things. So
Thank you.
check him out. He has his real. Just give him a little bit of information on where.
Man, what can I say, man? Just look up Frank DMC anywhere. Frank DMC. Just look it up online. You'll see Frank DMC. It's Nick is a very humble guy. This guy's a builder. You know what I mean? Construction industry, really doing big things with a major company.
Yeah.
And just building homes, building mansions. So it's not just about me; it's about you too, brother. So let's just keep doing our thing. And I wish the both of us success. And let's look forward to our. Thank you. Let's look forward to the next topics on the next episode.
Yep. So stay tuned in. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.